Oh, what is up, everybody? I am doing a phenomenal tour with my friend Maggie inside. We're gonna get her on camera in just a minute, but this is her bus, little shorty. I freaking love it so much. It's awesome. We're gonna get so much information about what she did on this bus, how she did it, what she's doing, just everything, all in this video, so stay tuned for all of it. She's just sitting in there waiting. I thought she was gonna pop her head up, but I guess she's not. Whatever.
Sorry.
Oh, whatever. It's all good. No, seriously, we're gonna have a good time with this tour. Maggie, you ready?
I'm ready. Excited to be here, showing you around my home.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. We are outside of the place that you were getting your work done.
Yeah, a diesel heater installed here by Dirtbag Innovations, or Anthony is the guy's name.
Yeah, that's how actually I met you. Randomly just popped in and you were like getting your work done on your bus, and I was like, hey, can we tour this thing or what?
And I was like, heck yeah, we can.
Can we step inside just so we can get the noise out of here, and then we'll talk a little bit?
For sure. Welcome to my home.
Let's just actually learn a little bit about Maggie.
Cool.
How long you been bus lifing?
Yeah, I moved into my bus in late August, so I've only been in the bus for, gosh, a couple months now.
Yeah, by the way, we're filming this in, what are we, October?
Yeah, this is the middle of October, so I'm pretty new to bus life. I've only been in the bus for about 2 months, but I love it so far. There have been my fair share of parking lot cry sessions, but also...
Parking lot cry sessions?
Yeah, always
what is
parking lot
that?
cry sessions. You know, like when you're like, did I seriously mess up my life by doing this?
Oh my God.
Like those types of
no,
things?
I actually, thank you for talking about this. I try to say on my channel that I try to be the realest of real.
Yeah.
So talk to me a little bit about this. You brought it up, so we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna dive right into this. What happened? What do you mean, like, did I really just mess up my life? What are you talking about?
I don't know. I mean, there are moments like my skylight was leaking pretty badly, and everything was getting wet, and I was like in the middle of the rain, just like, oh my God, like this is so bad. And like that doesn't seem like that big a deal. But when you're like alone and like in some weird city that you don't know, and there's like people walking by that are like looking at you like, I don't know. It's just like those moments where you're like, wow,
what did I just do?
Yeah, what am I doing? Like, was like living in a comfy situation in Denver and like had a nice home, and it was just like really easy, and now life is a lot harder. So
it's harder, but it's also like a blissful. I don't know how else to say that.
Yeah, I mean, it's beyond rewarding.
Right.
There's no doubt about this being a good choice for me. Like I love my life in my bus.
All right. So why did you choose, if you were so comfy, quote unquote, why did you choose to live this bus life or van life lifestyle?
Yeah. I spent a year studying abroad in New Zealand, and during the summer there, I spent like maybe was it like 2.5 months, just hitchhiking and camping everywhere in New Zealand. And I was living out of a backpack, and I was like, all right, this is totally manageable. I can absolutely live with less. What sort of like ignited my desire to want to live in a smaller space. I was looking for buses for a while. I bought a trailer for a bit, renovated that, and then sold it, and ended up with this at the beginning of 2020.
All right, so I'm going to talk to you a little bit just about your whole build experience, everything, blah, blah, blah. We'll kind of go through it in this entire video, but what chassis, what build, what bus is this? Do you know? Yeah. I'm sure you know all the information, so spill it to me.
Yeah, so this is a Ford E350. It's got a 7.3 liter diesel engine. It's a short bus, so it's a Collins 4-window short bus. It's one of the buses that actually has super short headroom.
I was gonna get to that. How tall are you?
I'm 5'1". Bus is like 5'3" headroom. I have like an inch heels on my shoes, but yeah, so I'm 5'1". Almost no one can stand in this bus. I can, thankfully.
I can stand in the skylight.
Yeah, the skylight has like 6'1" headroom, so
beautiful.
If you're tall, you can stand here.
Do you know the distance from like seat to back?
Yeah, so from the seat to the back of the bus is about 10.5 feet.
Okay.
So I have like 10 by 6-ish living space. So this is it's on a van chassis, so it's a size of like a normal van.
So what made you go with a bus over a van?
I loved the light that a school bus provided. I wanted a lot of natural light. I also just like fell in love with school buses when I saw a school bus conversion in Vail. I was just like driving by and was like, oh my God, that's a 4-window school bus. I have to go look at it.
Why do they call it a 4-window school bus?
because it's got 4 windows.
Oh.
Going back. So it's like there were 4
I'm counting
rows
8.
of seats.
I get
Yeah,
it.
there were 4 rows of seats of kids.
I count obviously 4 on each side.
Right.
Duh. That was dumb on Jarrod. Thank you for clearing that up with me. I don't know much about school buses, so thank you.
Of course.
All right, so you have the one seat here.
Yeah,
Obviously,
so
this is
the driver's seat.
Yeah, you're a fan of pink, I take it.
I love pink.
Okay.
I made this cushion or seat cover. I found some velvet on the side of the road. It was actually like a raspberry color, which I hated. So I bleached it and sewed it together with some canvas. I had never made a pattern before, but I do like to sew. So it was an interesting challenge to sort of figure out
Wait a minute, did you teach yourself how to sew?
I taught myself.
You were
how to sew.
self-taught how to sew?
Yeah.
And knit?
Yep, I sew, I knit, I like generally craft. I like to make things.
Hence why you built this whole thing.
Hence why I built a school bus to live in.
And then right behind you, you have, it looks like a maybe 5.5 foot galley.
Yep.
I'm gonna step in now and crouch down.
Absolutely, crouch.
It's all good.
My kitchen set up here. These cabinets, someone was actually pulling out of their kitchen. I was living in Washington when I started this build, and these were just on Facebook, and I was like, oh my gosh, they're perfect. So I snagged these cabinets. They actually had a second set of drawers here. But because of the space that I had in the bus, it just didn't work, so I had to cut those down and then build an extra like addition.
So I picked up that you said you were from Denver earlier, but you built this in Washington.
Yes. So I bought my bus just south of Seattle. I was living in Bellingham at the time. I had a boyfriend that I was living with, and I bought the bus and we started the build together. It was really helpful to like have his help for a while, and things were good but not that good, and then we ended up breaking up. Handy because I had bought the bus, I had put like all the money into it. Luckily he hadn't put a dime into the bus, just time. So I was able to just be like, all right, I'm out, bye. I moved back to Denver to be with my parents for a bit, and finished the build there.
You also look really young, and not to put you on blast with this, but I actually know you're like in your higher 20s.
Yeah.
I can say that, right?
Yeah, of course.
We're not gonna say your exact age, but you are in your higher 20s, very intelligent, and you're amazing at what you did. Good for you for, you know, just grabbing, the bull by the horns, I guess.
Yeah.
And then taking it all into control. That was amazing.
Yeah.
And you finished it in Denver, I take it?
Yep, so I finished the build in Denver. I spent a year and a half total. So I bought the bus in January 2020 and moved into it August 2021. I was working full-time the whole time, so I was only working on the bus on weekends. Yep.
That's hard.
It is hard.
A lot of people don't understand how hard it is to build while working.
Yeah.
So good for you.
Thank you.
What is the ceiling? The ceiling is, it's so pretty in here.
Thank you.
Because it's like...
So the ceiling is tongue and groove pine.
Okay.
Yeah, so I got it from just like a local lumber yard in Washington, and sanded it down, and then put some polyurethane on top, just to seal it up. But yeah, it's a nice warm tone, which I really appreciate.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, a lot of the other wood in the bus is birch. Like this is birch. Some of these woods are birch. I actually don't know what this is, but it's really pretty.
Can you, before we go to the bed, can you actually tell me what that's from? Because you told me yesterday and I was like, no way.
Yeah, so I tried to reuse as much of everything as I could in the bus. So
like recycle?
Yeah, like recycle. So I would like find stuff on the side of the road and then try and incorporate it into the bus.
Okay.
Or like buy something secondhand and then incorporate it into the bus instead of buying everything new. This wood was part of an IKEA bed frame. I was just driving in Denver one day. I saw like one of those recycling or trash bags on the side of the road, and someone had thrown away like a big IKEA bed.
Right.
And this was the headboard of the bed. So I used all the wood for slatting both here and under the bench seat.
I love that slatted look.
I do too.
It elongates whatever you're trying to elongate, you know?
Exactly.
It really looks pretty.
Yeah, I didn't really expect to do a slatted wall, but when I found this wood, I was like, gotta do it.
And then obviously with your bench, you went back to your pink.
Yes,
Did you make that whole
pink.
cover?
I did. Yeah, this was a rug.
This was a rug?
Yeah, it was just like a normal house, like 5 by 7 foot rug.
Yeah.
That I just cut down. I used like just a seat foam cushion, and like wrapped the rug around and stapled it onto plywood.
What a
underneath.
fantastic idea.
Thank you.
Because it's like, hello, this rug can obviously withstand a lot of it if people are walking on it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
why not make it into a cushion cover?
Exactly. It's super durable. I mean, it's dirty and like it's not going to be easy to clean or even cleanable really at all. But that's okay.
But it's pretty.
Yeah, but it's pretty. It's pink.
You have this bed that takes up, you know, on everybody's
Yeah.
build, it takes up 1/3 of
Yeah.
your living space. So
It does.
Is it a queen or a full?
It's a full-size bed. Yeah,
Okay.
so this is a normal full-size mattress. Decided that I wanted something that was not a twin, and I didn't need a queen just for me. And when I started the build, I was with a partner and we had a full, like in our normal house. So we were like, oh, we can totally manage a full.
So that's actually, I was going to ask you that question. Like, did you design the bed originally for two?
Yeah, I
Okay.
did. I did originally design the bed for two, and it ended up being just me with the bus, which was fine. I hadn't done any of the layout stuff when we had broken up and I was on my own, so I was like, all right, I still have sort of an empty shell. I can redesign if I need to, but I decided that a full made sense because if I ever have anyone, like company or whatever, there will be enough space for two people to sleep.
I do want to ask you about cooking, but before I get to that, you have a white floor.
I do.
Most of this is white.
Yeah.
Are you okay with, obviously you are, but like how is it cleaning wise a white surface?
Yeah, so a floor especially gets really, really dirty. Like
Yeah.
right now my floor is not clean, but that's okay. I don't mind cleaning a white floor. I sweep this floor like 3 times a day, every day.
I think you swept it 3 times before I even started filming.
I know. Yeah, well, it's got to be like semi-clean before I have someone filming me. So I don't mind cleaning it. It's one of those things where it's like, this is just going to get dirty. It's going to get ruined. And when it does, I'll just put another coat of paint on it, another few coats of polyurethane, and it's going to look brand new.
That's gonna look great.
But my floor is actually paint stir sticks.
Paint stir sticks?
Yeah, like the flooring is made out of the stir sticks that you get for cans of paint.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what your flooring is?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you buy those or do you just grab them?
Well, a little bit of both.
Okay.
I started grabbing them and then I was like, okay, I can't just grab like 500 paint stir sticks. So I ended up buying them. I know.
You went into, I'm guessing, like a Home Depot or Lowe's,
Yeah.
and then just grabbed a whole bunch of paint stir sticks.
Yes.
And then looks like you nailed them down.
Yeah, I glued them and nailed them all down, each individually.
Oh my God. And then you just painted them.
And then I painted them cream, put some polyurethane on top, and I love my floors.
Obviously you cut off the ends to them
Yeah.
because there's a little handle part of it.
Yeah. Yeah, so paint stir sticks, when you buy them, you can buy them in like packs of 10. So I just kept them in their like plastic sheathing.
Okay.
And just cut the notches off of 10 at a time on just like my miter saw.
I've never seen anybody do this. That is so cool. And I love getting surprised when I do tours sometimes, and that was a surprise.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. People are always like, oh, I love your floor. What is it? And I'm like, oh, it's just paint stir sticks. And they're like, what?
Paint, yeah, what are
What do you
paint
mean?
stir sticks? Legitimately paint stir
Like,
sticks.
things you use to stir your paint.
Oh my goodness, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
I also meant to ask you the headboard. What
Yes.
is that? Because you actually have it over here as well.
Yep, I've got half rounds. So those are just half round trim that I cut into like matching length pieces.
Sure.
And then just nailed onto a piece of plywood. I used it for both my headboard and like a footboard over on this side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just gives it a
but-
texture feel.
Yeah, it feels pretty nice. I really love the texture that it gives to the space. It was a pretty simple project, just cutting things to length and then painting.
Take it, that's propane.
Yes. Got a propane stove. I actually have my propane stored
Oh, hello.
right
There's-
in this closet.
Oh my goodness, I was gonna ask you to open this, but I didn't want to
Oh, yeah.
intrude on your space.
Oh, no worries. Yeah, there's my trash.
Hold on, guys. We got a car honking, so we're gonna give it a second. So yes, you have a lot of closet
I
storage.
do. Yeah, I've got a lot of closet space. I used to work at Buffalo Exchange and have a lot of clothes. So.
Hence why you like to do the exchange or like the recycling.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that all makes sense now.
Yeah.
Is this bench functional?
It is a functional bench. It's good for sitting.
I meant. Yeah, there's the sarcasm, everybody. I meant inside. Is it?
yeah.
Is it a like? Can you open it?
Yes. So you
Is it
can
messy?
open it. You can just like lift this up.
There's your
or
fridge.
You can just take the cushions off and take the whole thing off, which is what I
What?
usually do because it's kind of a pain in the ass to access everything otherwise.
I actually didn't even think about your fridge.
Yeah, I've got a
And
fridge.
there is your massive fridge.
There's my massive fridge. It's got a lot of food in it. Yeah, it's just a 55-liter Dometic chest fridge.
Okay.
Then my electrical setup is also here. I decided to go super simple with my electrical, so I went with a Goal Zero, which I have alternator power, solar power, and shore power connected to the Goal Zero.
I'm going to talk a lot about this.
Report.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm going to talk a lot about how everybody does this in my build. Oh,
Yeah.
the light is killer. But you hooked it right up to a fuse block, and that's actually how you connected all of your lights. I'm assuming your refrigerator.
Yep.
All of that good stuff. And that's like, guys, this is simple, you know, electrical 101.
Yep, that's right.
And you did it so well.
Thank you.
Hey, Anthony.
Hi, Anthony.
I told you he was gonna. He told you he was gonna crash it.
What's up?
Relax. We already talked about Dirtbag Innovations. Anthony's the guy that installed that thing right there, which is the heater.
Diesel heater. It's still somewhat being troubleshooted this morning to try and figure out.
Well, we didn't have to say that, but jeez.
No. That's what I make sure the job gets done and finished properly.
We have your fridge. We have your cooking taken care of. You have your sleeping quarters taken care of.
yeah.
The one question that everybody loves to ask is potty.
Yeah.
Potty and shower.
Yes. So bathroom, shower, I don't have either. I have a bucket for emergencies. My bed actually just lifts up and.
Oh my! Why didn't you tell me all this stuff before?
I'm sorry. I've got like all my reflectix to cover my windows down here. Then I've got like some solar panels, and under there is a bucket that I use for emergencies.
Okay.
I luckily haven't had to use it yet.
And you have this little tray.
Oh yeah. I have. Well, I work from the road. So I have like my laptop for my work and like a keyboard and a bunch of stuff just stored right under there.
That's pretty nifty.
Then I have these drawers for just like additional clothes storage and like other stuff storage. And then this whole section under the bed is just like additional storage.
You said you do remote work. Do you mind saying what you do?
Yeah, I am an IT and tech recruiter. So I am talking to software engineers, cloud architects, people that are really, really smart, doing really, really cool things.
So you need internet.
I need internet. Yeah.
What do you use? Hotspots?
So I actually don't have a hotspot yet. I moved into the bus 2 months ago, and I have just been working from coffee shops.
Coffee shops.
And it is not a great solution. I do not recommend doing what I'm doing.
What? I actually love working in coffee shops.
Yeah, but every day, like having to be in a town that's big enough for a coffee shop, like.
I'm so curious about what this is.
Yeah, so this is a cutting board.
Okay, that's what it was.
So it just pulls out for extra table space. If I'm like cooking here, I can use this. I also have just like a regular table. It's a lagoon table that hooks up right here. So the table comes out and sits sort of here. So I can either sit and work, or it can swivel this way. So I have like an extra like L-shaped kitchen.
Wow, that's a big table too.
It's a big table, yeah. I appreciate having a lot of space, like a lot of table space.
Apparently. Is there anything special on the outside? Because we didn't walk to the outside, or is your back door functioning?
Yeah, my back door is functioning. I have it locked from the inside right now, but there is access to the under bed storage from outside also. So I've got like water tanks and like the heavy things.
How big is your water tank?
So I actually only have like my water system's under here. I have these 7-gallon jugs.
They're awesome.
Which are really great. I have my fresh water here and gray water behind, and I just fill these up. I have a second one of these under my bed. So
for like to replace when you need the fresh.
This one.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so I have 14 gallons of fresh water on board.
A big question that people always ask, especially getting into this lifestyle, where do you get water from?
Yeah, so I get water from gas stations mostly.
Yes, I used to do that too, by the way. I used to do that a lot.
They always have a tap outside, and if you ask nicely, they almost always let you use it. I do just fine with getting water from gas stations. I also will snag water from like dump sites if I end up being at one of those.
Or the glacier stations.
Exactly.
Those are really easy. You just go in there, you pay like a quarter for a gallon.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Pretty good. What you just did there, I just caught that. What did you do?
Yeah, so this cabinet every once in a while flies open while I'm driving. This one does too, but this little wedge that I have doesn't. It's too small to fit there. So I just stick this little dude under here while I'm driving, just to make sure the cabinet doesn't fly open and my water doesn't come flying out.
That's a good idea.
I have my food here, and sometimes this flies open and then all my food flies out.
No, really?
It's a problem.
This is real van life or bus life to its fullest. I love your honesty about everything. This is amazing.
Oh yeah. Nothing's perfect in this bus.
I mean,
Nothing's
but that's the
perfect.
thing, and I said this in another video recently, is, you know, live your own van life, you know,
Right.
you don't have to live somebody else's.
Exactly.
So what you did was fantastic. I absolutely love it. It looks like you have a picture of you and your mother.
Yeah, my mom.
Oh my
That's
god,
my mom.
that's
I love
amazing.
her.
Oh my gosh. That's amazing. She's about to do a road trip with you, I believe, right?
Yeah, that's right. I'm picking her up in a couple days.
All right. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom. I love you.
I love that your mother is obviously supportive of you and your lifestyle,
Oh,
so
yeah.
this is amazing,
Yeah.
as they should be.
Yeah.
All right, well, fantastic curtains. I freaking love this bus so much. Maggie, you're phenomenal.
Thanks.
Your personality is just inviting and
Oh,
lovely.
thank you.
Probably already put your Instagram on here, but do you
yeah.
want to say what it is?
Yes, my Instagram is Little Home Bus.
Little-
This
oh my
is
God,
the
can you
Little
do that
Home
again?
Bus. My
Little-
Instagram is Little Home Bus.
Oh
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Little Home Bus.
Little Home Bus.
Give her a follow.
Give me a follow.
Thank you, Maggie, again.
Of course.
Anything you want to say at the end here?
Thanks. if you want to come say hi, come say hi. I'm always open to chat and to tell you about my bus. So.
All right, I'll see you soon, Maggie.
All right. Bye.
Later.
I could run through the fire, I could conquer the night. If I can make it, if I try to draw the